how to make compost tea. To make compost tea, we need a couple of items. You need a 5-gallon bucket like these. You can get this from any garden center or hardware store or Walmart. You can get them. Also, what you're gonna need is you're gonna need a tubing like this. This tubing provides air into the tank. You can get this tubing at most pet stores that have tube filters, but I'm gonna add the I'm gonna put a link below on where you can find the tubing. I also use little submersible heater like these. The heater helps maintain the temperature in the tank. You want the temperature to be around between 70 and 90 degrees in order for the beneficial bacteria to multiply faster and to get the best compost. You need to you need to make sure it maintains that temperature. You can do it without the submersible heater, but I just like to make sure that I get the best results. So that's why I get the submersible heater. But you can do it as long as the temperature outside is good. I'm in the greenhouse and the temperature in here is about 70-80 degrees. So you can do it without the submersible heater. Also, what you need for the compost tea is you need air pumps like these. The air pumps supply the air into the tank that you're gonna use. Another thing you're gonna use for the compost tea is you're gonna need fish fertilizer. This provides beneficial bacteria to the you're gonna need molasses, some sort of molasses. You find them in most shops. They provide sugar that helps feed the beneficial bacteria. You also need like seaweed. Also provide some beneficial bacteria to the compost tea. Also what I add is, you don't have to add it, but what I add is gato guamo. It provides a lot of nitrogen to the compost tea. So those are the things that you need for. One main ingredient I haven't added yet is you need to add compost. You want to get the best compost you can get. I'm gonna also provide a couple of links on some of the compost you can buy at the store. I'm using compost from my one bin. It's the best compost you can use for compost tea. It has a lot of beneficial bacteria and microorganisms that you can need for your compost tea. If you don't have a one bin, you can buy worm castings or worm compost from local stores, or you can get regular compost too from your get the best compost you can get from your garden center, and it still give you a very good result. So those are the things that you need. Also later on, sometimes I add bone meal to it. It's up to you. You don't have to add it, but you can add bone meal to it, and that helps to increase the microorganisms, increase the nutrients on your compost, on the compost tea that you're making. So now we're gonna put everything together, and then we can start brewing. Okay, also one more thing you need is a tea bag like this. You can just pour it in there and use it like that, but what I do is I put it in the tea bag, so that way I don't have to filter the tea once it's made. I don't need to filter the tea before I spray it on put it in my sprayer. So you can use the tea bag like this, or you can just dump it in there and you still do the same thing. But what I do is I put it in the tea bag before using it. So the next thing we're gonna do is some of the items that we're gonna add. I'm gonna add it to here. So I'm gonna put the bone meal. Like I said, you don't have to put bone meal in there, but I just put bone meal because it provides more nutrients. You can put like a tablespoon or two of bone meal. Then we're gonna add the bath warmer. So like put like a tablespoon of that in there. And then we're gonna just tie it up. Okay, now we tie the bag. Tie it in the bag and you put it inside. And you want to make sure it's hanging. You want to make sure it's hanging in the water like that. So next we're gonna add the various other ingredients that we need. You want to shake it up before you use it. So what I do is I add like a tablespoon or two of fish. Just add like a tablespoon or two cups or 2 covers should be fine. Same with liquid seaweed. That should be good. And the next thing we're gonna add is the molasses. Same thing, a tablespoon or 2 of molasses should be fine. This is like a tablespoon and a half. Just mix it in there. Then you just want to mix it up, make sure all the ingredients inside are mixed. So you just mix the water, even though the herb, the bubbling and everything else is gonna, just want to make sure it's mixed in there. Then we're good to go. So you let it and you want to make sure it's covered, prevent direct sunlight from hitting it. Just cover it up with a lid or plastic container or plastic cardboard or whatever, and you let it in there for about between 24 to 72 hours. And once in a while you can just come and stir it. After, you can stir like 2 times a day. Once in a while you just come and stir it and let it bubble up for 24 to 48 to 72 hours. Then it should be good. Compost tea. That's the compost tea 24 hours later. So I'm gonna give it another 24 hours before I use it, but just wanted to see how it's going, and it's doing good. So it's almost there. So I'll give it another 24 hours, then I'll should be able to use it on my plants. So far it's looking great. Okay, it's more than 48 hours right now, and I already started using some of the compost tea. Then I remember that I have to make the video for the update. So this is I'm gonna show you what to do once the compost tea is ready. You can filter it into a sprayer and then spray it on the leaves, or you can just put it on the regular can and just feed the plants. So we're gonna do that right now. If you have a big garden, you can put it in a spreader like this and spray it. And you put it on a high setting, like 4 ounce or 5.5 ounce, and just spray. And this is the fruit tree that I have here, so I'm just gonna spray the leaves and of the fruit tree. Spray under the leaves and spray on top of the leaves as much as possible. Okay, that is it. Hope this helps you out. If you have any questions, please just drop them below and I'll try to answer as many questions as possible. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel, and if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching and have a great day.